one and all, I'm Alexis, aka The Soft Reader, and I'm here today to do the top contemporary books on my TBR 2.0. So first and foremost, I do want to apologize for not having uploaded any videos pretty much like sporadically over the last 2 weeks. I've been having a lot of stuff going on with my family and everything, and I just have not had the time. I've been out of town a couple of times in the past couple of weeks, and I just have been in a funk. So I do want to apologize for that. The next thing I'm going to mention is that this is version 2.0. I did do this exact video last year, which I will link down below. I also did a reaction to it that I filmed a couple weeks ago, which I will also link down below. But let's go ahead and get right into the list. So starting off with the first two that are in the thumbnail. First of which is We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. This is one of the books I wanted to read this year. It's been on my TBR very, very close to the top for a long time now because everyone loves this book. It's stunning. Sean David Hutchinson is probably one of the most well-known YA queer authors, and I've wanted to give his work a try for a while now, and this is kind of the one everyone says is the best. So I'm very excited to eventually pick this one up, which, hint, it will be very soon. The next one that was on my top 18 to read in 2018 is Everything Leads to You by Nina LaCour. Nina LaCour is another very, very popular queer YA author whose work I really want to get into. This is again one that everyone recommends, and this is the one that I personally think I will enjoy the most because it does feature a young girl who is very into film. You guys know I love it when books have a film element to them, but I'm very, very excited to get this one. Also, won't be on my TBR for too long. The only other one for my previous list was The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth. This is also a very well-known YA queer book that I have yet to read. Of course, it's definitely come back into popularity this year because the movie came out earlier in the year, and it will be re-released by a major production company, I think in August or September, so I definitely want to get to this one before then, because again, this is kind of like a classic, I would say, YA queer book that I'm really excited to read. The next one I'm going to mention is Dress Codes for Small Towns by Courtney Stevens. This one's on my list because so many of the bloggers and booktubers I watch put this book in their favorite books of last year list. Courtney Stevens herself described it as Footloose, but with like gender fluidity, which sounds like a dream come true because I am kind of a sucker for Footloose, and it just sounds like a really great book. Following that is another one that people all put on their favorite books of last year list, and that is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. This is one that kind of deals with fandom, which is why I think a lot of people like it. It also really deals with the main character's mental illness. I believe she has severe anxiety, which is another reason that people have really, really recommended this one. And I really want to read it, especially because I know it does have mixed media elements to it, which is something I always like to see in books. I've just been reassured by so many people that this book is a masterpiece. The next one I'm going to mention is Little and Lion by Brandy Colbert. This is another one that like every person I know who's read it has absolutely loved it. I know that a lot of people love the diversity in this. The main character is bisexual, she's black. I also think she might be Jewish, and her brother has bipolar disorder. Brandy Colbert has some other books I'm definitely interested in checking out, but this one just got so much praise when it first came out. The next one I'm going to mention is another one that is very, very well loved, and that is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Alice Oseman is another author I definitely want to check out. I do read Alice Oseman's comic online, Heartstopper, which I absolutely adore, and I know that all of her books kind of take place in the same universe, which I really love, and all of my friends who've read this have absolutely loved it. So the next one I'm going to mention is Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. I have to admit I am a little nervous about this one as much as I want to read it, just because I didn't love The Upside of Unrequited, but I can't help but admit that I'm so excited to be back with the Creekwood crew, because you guys know, like, I love Time versus the Homo sapiens agenda, so I'm very excited to be back in this world. Another reason this one does make me a little nervous is because a lot of my bisexual friends have had issues with the bi rep in this book, but I still would like to give it a shot, because like I said, I do admittedly really love the Creekwood crew. And last but not least is a book from a very popular, I would argue, YA author, and that is This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills. I've heard a lot of great things about all of Emma Mills' work, but this is the one that I got off of Book Outlet that has the really stunning cover, and I've just heard incredible things about this one as well. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. Those are the top contemporary books on my TBR. Like I said, there were a lot of them when I started looking at contemporary books I just really wanted to read. I felt like ones were just jumping out at me, which is why this list is very large. But I'm really excited to read all of these. A lot of these I do plan to read over the upcoming summer because I love to read contemporaries in the summer. I would love to know what's the top contemporary book on your TBR. In the description box below you can find all of my social media links as well as all of the referral links for the products that I enjoy. If you like what I do, I upload videos on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and I'll see you guys soon with another video.